This still works.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Meth?
Sup?
Nothing. What's up, everyone? How you doing?
Figure it out.
Oh, pinball. Pinball still exists. Apparently, it's still roughly the same game. Big, expensive box. Couple of buttons. They haven't added any buttons, have they, in the last few months? A couple of buttons. On average, there's 4 buttons on a box. You hit a physical ball around. Gravity, physics, inertia, all involved. It's a magical thing. And there's music and there's lights and less podcasts, apparently. Well, actually, I have no fucking clue. I don't know what's happening in pinball anymore. I keep a side eye on it, you know, where it used to be like both eyes on it and then like super deep third eye. Now it's like a side eye, just kind of, what's up? Anyways, rambling aside, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pinball Party Podcast. It has been a while, and I'm happy to have you all here with your ears. I'm happy to be talking. I hope you're happy to be listening. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We just had Thanksgiving. A lot of you didn't in America. We got Christmas coming up, Hanukkah, holiday, all that bullshit. But it's Christmas. It's fucking Christmas. Merry Christmas. Got the Christmas tree up, and it's small. You know what I actually have on my Christmas tree? I guarantee none of you would guess what the star is on my Christmas tree. It is, in fact, a screen grab of my boss from a Zoom meeting when he was visibly perturbed. He's kind of an ass. Visibly perturbed. Sent that as a PNG, transparent size. It was just his face. He looks like an idiot. And then I took a sticker of my other friend's eyes who has like bug eye glasses because his eyes just basically don't work. So I took a sticker of that on iOS, you know, when you send a message, and it's off. It doesn't look right at all, so it looks fucking perfect. So it's a picture of him with a sticker on it that's been it's been making the rounds via text. And he just fucking quit. It's a Christmas miracle. My boss, who was a pain in my ass. Oh my God. If I've been doing this podcast for the last few months, I'd catch you up, but I know it has nothing to do with pinball, but I'm telling you, the star on my Christmas tree is a printout of said picture. So it's a Christmas tree, lights, and then this black and white shitty printout of my shitty boss's face with someone else's eyes on it because he quit and instantly made my life better. Well, I'm hoping to do the same for you and help make your life better while you're mowing the snow or driving down the road to whatever you're doing. Maybe you're going to play pinball. Maybe you're going to Stern Factory with that big ball on the outside. I don't know. Yeah, so let's talk pinball. I've gotten a few messages from people. Hey, you gonna do the 12 days of balls? You gonna do? Yeah, that was a lot of work. And although fun, way too much work. And now I work somewhere where I have to do the job and I have to pay attention and all that.
Get fucked.
So probably not. I'll find a reason to stick it in here. You know, that's what she said. I'll stick it in here. Some music here or there. But yeah, I don't know how long this episode's going to be. There is no agenda whatsoever, per usual. But I'm feeling the itch, the proverbial pinball itch to get back into it. And I don't remember the last time I did this. I know Expo has come and gone. There's been some games announced like Evil Dead by Spooky Pinball. X-Men came out. Alice in Wonderland, right? That came out. Metallica. I've been keeping a strong side eye on Metallica. Wowzers. That's the one. That's the one that's just still pulling me off. There's okay, we were just in Disney World, as we do, and you know when you go on, every ride has their thing where they put a strap on or a thing over you or a thing in you. Sexual innuendos is the name of the game here, but they always have a saying like pull up on the strap. Yeah, pull up on the strap or push up, push up, push up, push up. So the Aerosmith ride at Hollywood Studios, that's their thing. Then push up, push up. So they get paid, I don't know, $15-20 an hour. I don't know what these jabronis get paid to push up, push up. So my wife and I when we were there, like, well, what can spice this up? When they say like pull on the strap, I was thinking of like, well, I'll just pull my dick out and just like tug on it real hard. You know, all the kids freak everyone out. Like, well, hey, you know, you weren't very specific. Pull on it. And then like, no, not that. What are you doing? You know, like, okay, act like you can go pull on something else, but you just pull on another ball and you start yanking on your testicles. Yeah, the fun you have when you're waiting an hour in line. So anyway, the pulling off, we were like, it got so far towards the end of the trip of like, oh, wouldn't it be crazy? You sit down and they say pull off, and you just basically pull your dick off, and it's just a bloody mess. And yeah, anyway. That being said, I've been keeping a side strong eye on Metallica because holy fucking goddamn shit. It looks great. I have not played it. I have played X-Men. This is the only recent game I've played. X-Men, we'll talk about that shortly. But Metallica, fuck me. It looks so good. The art. So I saw the LE first, like a lot of us. And I apologize if Metallica's already old hat, right? Like, is that how that's how pinball goes, right? It comes out and everyone's like, oh my God, it's the best game ever. And like, nope. A week later, it's dog shit. Moving on. Like X-Men. So forgive me, but I'm going to talk about Metallica. I see it. You know, everyone's at Expo sending me texts. I got some minions there. I don't have minions. I'm the minion. They're the real men. I'm just a bitch behind a microphone. Like, yeah, it's really as sweet as it is. I had sent Ray Day a message on Discord months ago. Like, hey, tell me the rumors are true. You're working on Metallica. Crickets! But I did get a message after it was announced. He said, yes, I am, which was pretty funny. So, Ray Day, I did get your message. Man. So, the LE gets revealed. I came a little bit like, okay, holy God. Fuck, that looks great. I liked the old art a lot. The Dirty Donnie, the pastel, Crayola, colorful. I loved it. I liked the Pro better than the Premium just because of the simplicity of the mechs, but it's splitting hairs here. But the new art, ooh, it just fits. It's reminiscent of the old, but it just looks like, all right, that's rock and roll. It just, as a musician who likes rock and roll, it just fit my visual orgasm when I saw the LE and the expression lights. It all lined up. Like, fuck yeah. All right, let's see what the Premium looks like. Premium, okay, just as good. I'm being a little facetious, but my favorite color is green. So when they showed the green color scheme, like sign me up. I was just like, well, I'm never gonna buy an LE because that's just dumb. So cool, LE looks great. The Premium, perfect. Just one of the expression lights gonna come out because that's when I want to jump on board. And lo and behold, they've been announced now and all that. And yeah. Fuck, it looks so good. So it looks great, right? And the fact that stereo music is the number one complaint I always had about the old game, and the fact that now it's there, cool, that's all you really needed to do. But they added a couple modes. They added concert footage, as you all know, because, again, I'm late to the party. But the thing that got me even more was that they're leaning into 72 Seasons, and those who have not listened to that album, I know it's their newest, but at this point, what is it, 2022, 2023? You know what I'll do? For you, I will pull up Google Chrome, and I will see when was 72 Seasons released. Okay, April 14th, 2023, yes. And the title track, 72 Seasons, is phenomenal. First time I heard it, I was surprised because there's a few different types of Metallica fans. Actually, there's two. There's one who just says, oh, anything after Ride the Lightning, fuck you, you're not cool, you're a piece of shit, you're gay. That's how they are. It's those people, and then it's the other one. Well, now there's three. Sorry, there's three types. I was wrong. Then there's the other people who are like, I just like music. I like, Metallica, yeah, I like rock and roll and metal. I like Metallica. Sign me up. And like, well, you can't take really their opinion seriously because they love Kiss as well, you know. They like Styx. They like nothing against Styx, but a little bit against Styx. They just like, here's what they like. They also like Papa Roach quite a bit. Big Nickelback fans. And it's like, all right, sure, that's fine. And then there's the third type of Metallica fan, which I guess I would slot nicely into, which is I don't really like super old Metallica because you just can't hear the bass because the way they recorded it and mixed it. The songs I like, and it's very like punk-ish, punk metal-ish, back a lot faster, and that's cool. But I really, when they start getting into really good audio production around like, the Black Album's great, but Fuel, or so Reload, I really like. And I guess what I'm saying is I like a lot of Metallica. I don't care what era it is. And I think the older fans will like just write it off. Kind of like the old fans who only like things up to Ride the Lightning also only like Pantera. And those are like the two groups they like. And if you say something that's also like metal adjacent, like Slipknot, which is actually Slipknot is actually very good, aside from their commercial visibility that people may think, and even Marilyn Manson to a certain extent, less so. But they're just like, nah, if it's new, it's trash. Fuck you, eat shit. 72 Seasons. Why it surprised me is because their last few were just like, oh, it's Metallica. It's just bad now. They've been bad for a long time. Like U2 or like how Green Day is bad now, even though one of my favorite bands of all time. But 72 Seasons comes out and blows my ass off. It's just great. So the fact that the new pinball machine is like, yeah, it's 72 seasons in the, the insert between the flippers and the actual stand-up targets are using 72. Metallica 72 Seasons is good. It's just how it is. And that they incorporated the new art. They fixed some shit. I don't know all the details. Ray Day came on board to code it. Stereo sound, expression lighting. I think they made the flippers stronger, which is, those. It would be surprised if you didn't play a ton of Metallica, or if that was one of your only games and didn't compare it. Like it would have kind of soft flippers. Getting up the ramps was sometimes a bitch, which a lot of people would say Metallica's a super fast, flowy, not in a Keith Elwin sense, but flowy, like it's a fan layout and you can hit a lot of stuff. But the flippers felt really soft. So yeah, anyway, Metallica. Looks great. I'm horny for it. I want it. I'm still like keeping an eye on like what is the like local market like again these days. I don't really have it in me anymore to do all of the driving everywhere and buying and selling and skipping work and doing all of that all the time, or at least as obsessively as I was for a while. Not obsessively is that right word. Some may see it as that, but just really absorbed by the hobby, getting a lot out of it. And what things change that's interesting is I stopped drinking caffeine, or I should say consuming caffeine, 4 months ago. 4 months ago in 9 days. So I'm almost there. 3 months and 3 weeks. And it's the first time in my life, it's odd, that I've been just raw dogging life permanently. And some very interesting things that come from it. When I say raw dogging, I mean I haven't had a drop of alcohol. I've never been really a drinker, so whatever. But so not drinking, not smoking pot anymore. No caffeine. No, I mean pick something. No drug. No prescription. Nothing. The most drug thing I have is whey protein. Wake up in the morning. I drink like BCAAs. Go to the gym. Come back. Eat. What I'm getting at is like nothing. And getting off caffeine is, the only harder thing ever was nicotine. And I wasn't getting off caffeine like, fuck caffeine, it's just shitty. I was going to try, and I did try actually eventually, Ritalin for possible quote-unquote ADHD. And I tried it for a few days. And holy shit, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Made me concentrate more than anything. So I stopped that shit because I was like, I like this way too much. And I know that coming off this will be a problem. So even after 3 days, stopping that was rough. It's a work in progress. But what I'm getting at is without caffeine and all these like boosts, they're like, oh my God, I can't wait to buy this thing or do this thing or get into this thing. Those like impulses are gone. And it's weird. You might be like, well, yeah. But let me think about it. I mean, I'm 42. I had caffeine probably, never thought about it since I was 10 or 11 years old, having a Mountain Dew or a pop here or there, and you don't, and then you just slowly start, now I drink pop every day. And now I'm kind of drinking coffee. And then, now a little energy drink and, mix through all that, smoking cigarettes and nicotine, all that, and many other things, chemicals. But in the last few years, just kind of slowly just, let me get off all this. I don't want to, my thing is I don't want to be like in an airplane and freak out because I don't have whatever it may be, a prescription pill or a caffeine or nicotine or something, or on a desert island and I just need something to feel alive. That spells problem to me. And no judgment because, frankly, thinking about getting back on caffeine, because, man, things are just plain Jane permanently. You go through this, you go through withdrawal, and then the energy comes back. So there's no fluctuations in energy anymore, which is nice. And I'm kind of just even Steven, plain Jane. But it's so boring. So boring. Just saving money. Just doing responsible shit. And it sounds like, I'm literally complaining about that. It's boring as shit. Haven't been doing the cars thing. Haven't been doing the pinball thing. Playing some more Black Ops 6, built a new computer recently. So yeah, I'm building the computer, spending a couple grand on that, and that's always fun. But yeah, everything else, just boring. So pinball, I'm like, take it or leave it. Oh, music, take it or leave it, But it's not really as chill and cool as it sounds. It's just another level of fucking boring. So I want to get back into pinball, and the only way I know how is to have a game or two in the house and play it. And a lot of us do the same thing, and I just like location play less. Home play is just my bag. Even when you're on location with someone you know, and there's just distractions around again, if I was socially drinking, smoking cigarettes, you can't smoke cigarettes indoors anymore. Yeah, sign me up. I want the whole kit and caboodle. But if it's just about the game, what I want is it at my house, and I want to experience everything in the game. The art, the lighting, the music, the moments. You get all this. I don't need to convince you that, but I'll just get back into pinball. It's just a quick 10 grand, no big deal. Again, what? That's a big chunk of money. It's easy to just buy a PC game on Steam, try it for 2 hours, return that shit. That was a free trial, So I'm still vacillating, but yeah, Metallica's going to be the one. No joke. And it might be soon. I've played X-Men. We have one locally, X-Men Premium. I really like Foo Fighters. That's kind of my comment on X-Men. I played 4 games of X-Men, I think total, maybe 5. I like how some of the shots snake around that place. But man, I just don't like it. Not really a fan. Not to say it's bad. And again, if it was in my house for free for a few days, I would probably fall in love with it. It's pinball. I like pinball quite a bit. Even when the lights and the stuff, you don't know it, the physical feeling and momentum of hitting the ball, you all get it. But I should. There's nothing I hated about it. It's just kind of okay. It's just that thing. I just don't have the draw for it. It's not it. So with 4 games, I don't have a ton of insight into it, but from what I've seen, perusing on Pinside and keeping my side eye on the biz, on the hobby, it's not, it kind of, again, it came out oh my God, it's the best. Oh my God. And a couple weeks later, maybe not. It's not, code, a little shallow. I don't know. And that's really what I felt like when I was playing it. It's I want to go play Jaws. So I went back upstairs and played Jaws. Jaws, in the pantheon of my head of games that I want to play, theme aside, having this little break. You know what I surprisingly don't want is Lord of the Rings. I mean the theme, of course, but I don't want to play it. And I don't want to. So that's nice. I got away from that. That was a tough one to get out of. Now, if they remake it, fucking I am back in. Come on, don't get me wrong. But of games I just want here to play. I want to play the games. I don't care about theme per se, or bird's eye view, Forest from the Trees, which I've had the luxury of just taking this break, is Jaws, Jurassic Park, The Walking Dead Pro. Those are the ones that come to mind, right? And Metallica come to mind, and Foo Fighters. And probably in that order. Jurassic Park over Jaws, but Jaws is still that thing where every time I play it, I really like it. It's like a easy shooter. It's the best game in the last 2 years to me. Faux show. Easy. I don't know about Metallica yet, but the only thing that's kind of holding Jaws back as like beating Jurassic Park for me is even though I owned the game and got really into it and knew the rules, they're still obtuse. They're still like, I can't remember what. I got a barrel on the thing and the mode and the gear and the what and the fish finder. What's happening again? What is this? Granted, that game is, it flows so well and it shoots well, and most shots do many things. So you eventually the numbers go up, but again, like Jurassic Park, you got the paddocks. You're like, all right, and A to B to C to D to E, know what to do in Jaws, kind of. But I still stand by my initial reaction to that game of like, no human will know what to do if they're not like, if they don't have a PDF ahead of time. Like, okay, how do you play this game? What are all the things? Because it's not like Mario where you're just jumping and collecting coins in a mushroom. Like, there's all these things you just like, what am I doing? I guess I'll just hit the shark a lot and like now these colors and what the fuck? Now, when you get over that and you know what you're hunting and how they tie into the movie, the multi-balls and all of that, it feels great and you can really dig in. But I don't know about you. I know a lot of people have really good memories and I don't. I have good memories about things I care about, but even then, I just have a shit memory. It's something I don't have. So if I got Jaws dropped back in here, I used to be really good at it when I had it. And it got dropped back here and someone's like, hey, how do I play this? I would remember to say, well, when you qualify multi-ball, which I don't remember how, there will be a barrel. There'll be yellow stuff you hit. And then you hit the yellow stuff and the fin pops up and you hit it. And then you hit yellow stuff again and you'll have multi-ball. And then there's certain modes that you do stuff and then you have to hit the shark. And then you want to hit the real shot when it's green. And hopefully it registers, but when you hit it, hopefully the ball doesn't fly all over the place. And then you hit the right wave shot quite a bit. And then when there's the ball lock, you hold the green button. That's what I remember. Yeah. So again, a game that like needs to be in the house to really enjoy it. Or again, I'm not going to go down on location and all these kids screaming, Mommy, just being annoying as shit. Eating pixie sticks. What do fucking kids do? I don't know. Like have their iPads out streaming with their clothes off in public, taking pills, whatever, high as shit on ketamine or whatever the fuck they're doing. And I'm a 42-year-old man, kid, trying to, play Jaws here. I'm trying to learn the rules. Get the fuck out of my face. And they're just sitting bat, 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 on Mandalorian or something, just hitting the buttons. Like, okay, This isn't fun. This isn't fun for me. This isn't fun for the kid. The kid is like, I don't know what's happening. I'm on caffeine and sugar and oh my God, life. And then next to them is just like 42-year-old, slightly gray-haired curmudgeon, like taking something way too seriously on this box of lights with buttons. This isn't fun, kid. Like, what are we doing? Let's get out of here, huh? Steal the kid, make a big scene. Yeah. I mean, that would make it interesting, but, get on the local news, local creep. Does a pinball podcast. Do those even exist? It's called Pinball Party. He has a robotic meth who swears and wants to have sex with horses. I'm painting a bad picture of a alternate reality which isn't too far from the truth. Which you have one bad day, right? You're going to play pinball. That could just happen. Could happen to any of us. Any of us listening to this. By the power of audio and editing, I'm speaking now a few days than I was what you heard just a little bit ago. I won't even spoil where the break was, but the reason I say that is I just played more X-Men. I know we talked about that earlier in the ep, but I've had a few more games. Did it change my opinion? I'll allow you to answer that question. I played 2 games and then went back to playing Jaws again. I feel like shit because I loved Foo Fighters so much, and this is no knock against Jack or his game, you know. It doesn't do it for me. And I'll give it another go. But the second time, which I had less fun the second round, the second time as in the next second chunk of playing more X-Men. One, like, the shots just don't feel that good. Like, the shots in Foo Fighters, god damn, they just feel great. And it's like, I get it, X-Men, all right, let's do so much more, let's throw the kitchen sink at it, do all this creative shit, where like, the beauty of Foo Fighters, the theme aside, because whatever, was that it was a cross between a very simple layout, and I don't mean, it's not really simple, it just, you can look at it and be like, oh, okay, I know where to go and what to shoot for, combined with enough newness, freshness, if you will, that made it novel. And each of those shots in Foo Fighters like felt good. Again, of course, it's a subjective game and a subjective podcast, so like all that aside, like the left ramp in Foo Fighters is one of the most satisfying shots I think in all of pinball. Every time I think of that game, that's the first thing my brain naturally goes to. The second thing is the middle lane with the spinner by the Overlord. Very similar to the Jurassic Park middle spinner lane. And then from there it goes to the right ramp, which is equally important, but also kind of hard. That's what she said, but hard enough to where it's like you want difficult shots. And then the right orbit, satisfying. And then that third flipper, the 2 shots that really felt good. Foo Fighters is just, I like Foo Fighters. I like rock music. The theme in general, though, I think holds that thing back more than anything. It's not a bad theme, but it's like a shallow thing, especially now. How's Foo Fighters doing after Dave is, bangs little girls or whatever? Not. I don't want to make light of it. I do want to make light of it. He has a kid with a younger, not to get into it, but that can't help. That's not what makes the theme worse. But it's like Foo Fighters, like any game, even Metallica. As much as like I'm still hemming and hawing, I might get it. Metallica's got a deep catalog. So does Foo Fighters. Metallica has a little more, I don't know if Americana is the right word. It has a little more of like neutrality to it. Like the Metallica is like in the zeitgeist of just humanity as a band. As much as, maybe it's just me, as much as something like Beethoven or John Williams or Rolling Stones, the Beatles. It's just like, oh, that's just part of life, that creative output. Foo Fighters is not that. As much as I like Foo Fighters, and I've probably listened to more Foo Fighters in my day than Metallica. That's maybe part of the problem, is that the more like, unique's not the right word. At the more forefront, the less neutral it is, it can become old. Where like you can get the higher highs, but then you're like, I'm sick of it. Familiarity breeds content, etc. Anyway, yeah, I think if to do this old game, if you put the theme of Star Wars in the Foo Fighters cabinet, get the fuck out of here, game of the decade. Oh my God. We've re-released the Foo Fighters layout with Star Wars. Okay, I'll buy one. Yeah, a lot of us are going to buy that shit. Now, okay, this is another argument that doesn't really work, but follow me. You replace the X-Men theme with Star Wars. Okay, that's probably a better objective game than the Steve Ritchie Star Wars. However, to that point, after I played X-Men the second round, aside from going back and playing Jaws and Jurassic Park, I also played Steve Ritchie Star Wars, which I like more than X-Men. That's just a game that just, it's one of those Star Wars. It's one of those games. I don't know. I mean, I do know. I shouldn't say I don't know. I know exactly why I like that game. The rules are clear. The layout is clear. Now, there's shit to it. There's three-bank shit. There is unfair shit. The way the ball launches is dumb. The force targets are fucking stupid. But that left ramp is Butter City. The orbits are Butter City. The inner orbits, the horseshoe. I'm not going to go into Star Wars. Anyway, Foo Fighters, long way back to what I was saying. It feels shitty to say, like, I like Foo Fighters, the freshman attempt, better than the sophomore attempt. Talking Cornerstone Games here by Jack Danger and team. It just seems like it's too fractured, too many things to try to do and to like to prove in X-Men. And it I don't know. At least currently, at least with Foo Fighters, even when the code was early, when it was still great, all the shots were like, I just want to hit these shots. The game can be off and just let me hit the ball around and just, I love it. X-Men's not that. I mean, obviously it drains down the middle so much too, to where there's a center post, and it never really it's never saved the ball for me once out of all the games I've played. And center posts for me they don't feel right in games. And like it's there to try to mitigate a problem, I would say. And clearly maybe just guessing throughout the design or the layout, like, we see a lot of balls coming down straight down the middle. Let's put a center post in here. That might help. I don't know. And surprisingly, the second chunk of time I played X-Men, the asymmetrical flipper layout bothered me. I was actually like, oh, this doesn't feel something doesn't feel right. And that's what it was. The first time I played it, I didn't notice it. Probably because the first time I played it, it was the first game I played that day. So I just got up and, okay, it's pinball, and I didn't really totally notice it. Coming back from, honestly, it was Jaws and then Star Wars. And then I played one more game of X-Men at the end. I was like, oh, this doesn't, I got to wrap my head around how this feels. And then, and then it gets into the danger room, and that's not that fun. I don't know. It's not. The thing with like upper playfield on Jaws or Foo Fighters, those are very just similar, like left flipper mainly. Upper playfields, like 1 to 2 shots the most. They're actually all very similar type, not layout, but conceptually. The Jaws and Foo Fighters upper playfields, once you, quote, drain it from the upper playfield, you just continue playing. So it's like, cool. It's like a little thing, a little side mission. On X-Men, no, you drain that and you're done. So not only does it go to a place like, I don't really want to be here, it's not that fun. If it drains, it's fucking over. Like, I don't want to aim for that shot. I don't want to be here. The code, granted, probably makes there a much more valid reason to go there. I don't know the code as well, because the first, 10 games of anything you play, especially on site with that little kid and the sugar and the caffeine and all that story that we know, I don't want to be there and be doing this shit. I'm not reading the rules of modern Sterns in an arcade setting. It's even weirder, and maybe it's probably just me. You're on site, old man looking at a pinball machine, and you're getting down and you're really like looking at the cards, the instruction cards, and people are looking at like, what's this clown doing? Play the fucking game, guy. What are you doing? I'm trying to learn the rules of this Stern game so I can replay and get a free game. Oh, you gotta hit it. I don't know. All these little things, which I want to wake up, take my pants off, in my underwear, play pinball. I don't want anyone around. And it's just hence why I kind of stopped a few months ago with games and podcasts. Is like the market keeps steadily going down, which, okay. And that's like, it's difficult to keep doing this hobby with that happening for all the same old hat reasons of it's just so expensive to enjoy the game you would like to. Oh, I just go on location and do yeah, good for you if you live near a bunch of people who do this and have a good selection of games. I'm jelly of that. I'm legit jealous. Wish that was here. But, why don't you just build it there? Okay, invest $100,000 into a, I would say a dying hobby overall compared to something like video games or, what's gonna. Okay, so solving that problem is like asking quite a bit. I'm saying to create a location and route games there in a town of about 70,000. It's not gonna really work. Maybe, but damn, maybe. So to enjoy it the way you'd like to, which is at home in your underwear with your pants off. Okay, I gotta risk the YOLO. I hope this $10,000 or $8,000, whatever, $6,000 to $10,000 investment doesn't fuck me in the ass, so I can play a child's game with a ball. Of course, I'm being a little facetious in a way. But it's the reality of it. It's the heaviness we feel when we buy these games, and then we see things like, oh, a new Foo Fighters LE is $9,000 on Pinside now. Okay, when I had that game, just a year and a half ago? Shit, $12,000, easy. Damn. And then you see Metallica LEs going for $16,000, $17,000. Shit's just inconsistent. Here's my thing. I don't like inconsistency with $10,000. Someone gives me $10,000. Oh, hey, this is an inconsistent asset. Pass. Or put it in, get a VOO, a VOE in E-Trade, something like that. Get yourself an ETF, a tasty S&P ETF. It's risky, but shit, not like a pinball machine or high yield savings account. We could just do a financial. Yeah, that's what I should do. Get a financial analysis. We don't want that. They'll be like, all of you are stupid. Don't play pinball. You fucking idiots. So maybe not do that. But really, maybe being raised by a money first family, a CFO, and like it's just ingrained in me. Like, don't make stupid decisions with money. That doesn't go well in pinball right now. Did it go well pre-COVID? Yeah, because it was like stable for so long. And then COVID was like, oh shit, we can just buy games anytime and sell them and you'll not lose money at all. Maybe even make money, which is ridiculous. But before that, it was just, oh, these prices have been relatively stable for like 10 years. Give or take $500. Like, oh, okay, well then you know what you're getting into. Buy a game, might take you a couple months to sell it. And yeah, and now it's difficult. So going on location, playing games is like, if there was a location with games that I wanted to play, that location currently would have a Jaws, it would have a Walking Dead, it would have a Metallica remastered, and Elton John just because I haven't played it. It would have a Foo Fighters, probably an Iron Man Vault Edition, a Lord of the Rings just to like look at and not play it. Maybe turn it on, switch it to incandescent lights, and be like, that's nice. Not play it. Yeah, there's not a lot else that's getting me off right now with games, but that's where I'm at. How about you? What games are you tickling to play? What are the top ones? Email in at pinballpartypodcast@gmail.com. I'd like to talk about it because that email address still exists. And apparently I can still post podcasts. All this still exists. I don't know, maybe dipping my toes slowly but surely back into this. I really appreciate everyone's listenership. I hope everyone has a great holiday, a great Christmas, a great New Year's. I don't want this market to keep doing us. Knock it the fuck off. Stop it. Tell your friends and family, hey, pinball is fucking awesome. It is true. You're not lying. Get all these people who don't have money to buy games. Have them take out a loan. Fuck them, right? Fuck them. We need this hobby to grow. We don't care about them. We care about us. We want to be able to buy these games and sell them and not lose our ass too hard. So if there's one thing to put on your New Year's resolution, it's convince your friends and family and the relatives to make poor financial decisions, take out loans, mortgage against their 401k, pick it, do something stupid. Go have them buy some LEs, buy the new spookies without even testing them, do all the shit you shouldn't do so that this market gets bigger and we can just comfortably get back to the fucking playing games, getting neurotic about it, obsessing over it. What we need is more people to play this game. So I can get more excited about it. I'll do more podcasts, maybe get back on caffeine, get really stupid, start putting way too much effort into some of this, do a 12 days of balls again, and we'll have a good time. I'm looking for reasons to get back in, clearly. I wanted a reason to turn on this microphone and talk to everyone. I miss it. I miss the hobby. I miss a lot of the people in it. So yeah, here's to a new year, a happy holidays, more pinball, a growing market, and maybe some more pinball party. Till next time, everyone. See you later.
On the 12th day